Hey, how's it going guys? This is Tom from UDS and welcome to our review of Lost at Sea, a brand new narrative-driven game by developers Studio Fizbin. We're going to tell you everything you need to know before you play, and if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more on all things gaming every single week. You're not going to want to miss it. Over the past decade or so, the term walking simulator has had a bit of a bad rap, and to tell you the truth, I'm really not sure why. While some get labelled boring or unengaging, games like Everybody's Gone to the Rapture prove that they can tell an engrossing story that doesn't rely on overt action to grab you in. Lost at Sea is the latest game looking to achieve just this, setting you in the role of Anna, a woman in the latter stages of life who arrives at a mysterious yet beautiful island. But as you explore your new, yet strangely familiar surroundings, you'll soon discover this is much more of an inward journey as it is a physical one. But is it any good? Watch on to find out. I couldn't start anywhere else other than the narrative, which packs an almighty emotional heft. Once you arrive on the island, you'll start to relive key moments of Anna's life as you piece together her fragmented memories. This is achieved by tracking down items that trigger an emotional response. These can be found by completing environmental puzzles that either feel natural to the world or intentionally out of place to augment the whole abstract tone of the island. And although none of the puzzles are particularly challenging in my opinion, I think this helps keep the pace of the story flowing without getting it bogged down as you get stuck. Each phase of Anna's life is represented by a biome, which is filled with oddly unsettling relics of her past. Seeing everyday objects like children's books blown way out of proportion gives these areas a somewhat superliminal vibe, helping to blur the lines between reality and fantasy. It's really effective, making you feel like you're sleepwalking through a dream. As you can imagine, this means we do touch on some pretty heavy themes such as loss, guilt, and bereavement. And depending on your mental health, this might not be the most enjoyable experience, so just bear that in mind if you do decide to check it out. But for those who do, Lost at Sea is an effective meditation on trauma that almost anyone will be able to relate to in some shape or form. And this trauma manifests as the real threat of the experience. Appearing as this dark, spindly lightning, it's never far away, either taunting you or trying to take you out entirely. It helps to balance out the sometimes serene tempo of the gameplay, giving everything a sense of tension and menace. Now, one thing that is definitely a breath of fresh air is the addition of sprinting. As you can probably tell, I do enjoy a walking sim, and can be quite forgiving of their shortcomings, but even I get bored if the character trundles along with the speed of a geriatric snail. Fortunately, the change of speed here helps you get to where you need to quickly, while also allowing you to slow down to take in the scenery and absorb the more poignant moments. With that being said, not everything's perfect. There were a few times that I clipped into textures, and although I never got permanently stuck, in a game like this that relies so much on immersion, it does pull you out of the moment. There also seems to be no rhyme or reason when it comes to fall damage. Sometimes I'd survive a high fall, and others I'd get KO'd falling an inch. Again, it's nothing game-breaking, but it does feel a tad sloppy. But what I can't fault is the visual style and sound design. Everything has a slightly saturated hue that once again helps to blend the familial with the otherworldly. And this is all interspersed with illustrations representing key moments from the past. I really like how they build up gradually, like a memory becoming lucid. And I tell you what, they convey more emotion than any cutscene could ever dream of. Couple this with a great minimalist score, and you've got an experience unlike anything else I've played so far this year. Lost at Sea might not be without its shortcomings, but what it lacks in technical perfection, it more than makes up for with an expertly crafted narrative. It's so easy to relate your own life events to those that you work through as Anna, and by doing so, it might even help to add some context or perspective to your own experiences. Regardless, it's absolutely gripping, heartbreaking, and engaging in all the best possible ways. It might not be one to play more than once, but that one time will stick with you forever. But what did you think of Lost at Sea? Please let me know in the comments below, I would love to read your thoughts. And while you're there, please consider subscribing for more video game content every single week. But until then, my name is Tom, this has been UDS, and we'll see you next time.